Hello and welcome back. Today's video is ranking my bronzers. I have actually already done this video. It was about 7 or 8 months ago, but recently I have been redoing my ranking videos. So in the last few weeks, I did ranking my highlighters and ranking my blush. So I will leave my ranking makeup playlist in the description box if you are interested in seeing that. I have 10 bronzers to rank here from least favorite to most favorite, but I will say I do like all of these, and I did do a recent makeup declutter where I did get rid of a few bronzers, so I will link that declutter if you're interested in seeing that, and let's get into the ranking. Last place is the same as last time actually, and that is this Duo by MAC. It is in Shadester and Light Sweep. I actually do really like the Contour Shadester. It's a really good color for me. This shade, though, I just don't get a lot of use out of. Therefore, I just never reach for this, which I should because, again, I do like Shadester, but this color, I don't know. It's like not light enough to brighten, but it also doesn't work well at setting the face. I have tried that. It's very peachy. I think this would be a good under eye color for people with darker skin, but yeah, this is good, but I don't reach for it. Alrighty, number 9. This used to be higher in my ranking, but it has gone down. The Too Faced, this is the original Chocolate Soleil. Now, there's no reason other than I kind of prefer other bronzers lately, but I will say this one is very good. I have repurchased this twice. I have finished these before. For a long time, it was my favorite bronzer ever. This is a very neutral color, and this I can use as contour as well. I don't use a very cool toned contour colors because they don't look good with my warm undertones. It tends to look super gray and muddy. This is a really good neutral bronzer. They do make this in a lighter shade and a darker shade as well. It blends very well and it smells like chocolate, which is amazing. I did use this in a recent old makeup favorites I still love video. If you are interested in seeing that, I will link it. So I still like this, but I just kind of reach for other bronzers now. Okay, number 8, and that is this ColourPop bronzer. I actually do really like this. I'm wearing it today. I have nothing against it. I guess it just didn't really wow me. This is the color Coconut Beach. This is part of their Going Coconuts collection. And this one is a light warm bronzer. I haven't been swatching these because honestly, yeah, like bronzer, it just doesn't swatch very well. But this is a light warm shade. I think if you want a warm bronzer but nothing too orangey and you have lighter skin, I like this. I do. I mean, it's about $10. And yeah, I really don't have any complaints about it. I've been using it lately and I do like it. It's not wowing me, but it's good. Number 7 is one that I bought in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and that is this Bare Minerals Faux Tan Bronzer. This is something I wanted for a really long time, and it looks pretty dark and muddy in the pan, but on the face, this actually does make me look naturally tan. This is a really beautiful bronzer. It looks super weird here, but on the face, it looks completely different. I don't know if it like adapts to my skin or something, but this is a really nice one. I've used this as a contour a lot too because it's not super warm toned, but again, it's not so gray toned that it looks bad on me and clashes. So yeah, I think this one is fantastic, and I did get it 50% off or 40% off, something like that, which was a good deal. I will say there are some really good affordable bronzers. You know, I don't know that high end is necessary anymore, but for a while, you know, drugstore bronzers, all the ones I tried were either super orange or extremely hard to blend, you know, so I think the bronzer game has really improved, you know, in the affordable area. Number 6, this one has improved its spot from last time, and that is the Anastasia Contour Kit. This is something I've had for quite a while. This used to be an extremely popular and hyped up thing. Contour kits in general, I feel like this one and the Kat Von D one, people were talking about all the time. And for a while, I didn't reach for it all that often, but lately I have rediscovered it and I do think it's fantastic. I have the one in light to medium. This comes in darker shades as well. Plus they also have refillable pans, so you could actually create your own contour kit on the Anastasia website. The light and the darker one are the only ones they sell at Ulta and Sephora, but you could customize this. And So what I do with this is I actually combine all three of these for contour, and sometimes I use just this one as a bronzer. This one is more gray tone, but it's not too gray for my skin tone, so I've used this one on its own too. And lately what I've been doing with these lighter shades is I mix these two to clean up and brighten my under eye. Now, these are not super finely milled. I have tried setting my under eye with these two powders and it is a mess. No, I don't recommend that. But as a final step to my makeup, I showed it in a recent Get Ready With Me video. And I just take a little bit of these combined, sweep it underneath, and it really brightens because the color that I use to set my concealer is a bit pink tone. It's not very brightening for me, and I am loving that. This is like a very natural, slightly shimmery highlight. Honestly, I rarely use that, but the rest of this palette is fantastic, and I've taken this traveling a lot and actually used it for like my whole face and eyeshadow too. Alrighty, we are in the top 5, and number 5 is this e.l.f. one, and I purchased this recently. This is my newest one, but I have been really loving it. I think, so what is this called? This is their primer infused bronzer. I have the color Forever Sunkissed. This comes in multiple colors. This is only $6. I will say it is a bit similar to this ColourPop one. I mean, color-wise, I think it's a bit hard to tell because of the packaging color difference, but they're very, very similar. I actually think this is a bit more smooth and easier to blend than the ColourPop, and it's several dollars cheaper. I love the blush in this line, and a lot of people were telling me that this bronzer was fantastic, so I purchased it a couple weeks ago, and it's amazing. I really like it. And for only $6, I mean, this is one of those things where if all my makeup disappeared, I didn't want to spend a lot of money. This is definitely the bronzer I would repurchase. I think it is really nice, smooth, and easy to blend. Okay, number 4 is this Morphe bronzer. I really like this. There is something about this undertone that looks really nice on my skin tone, and this blends very, very easily. This is a lighter bronzer. This one is kind of similar to the ColourPop as well. I don't know, something about the undertone. It has a bit of carameliness to it. It's hard to explain. I really think the thing with bronzer is that A, it looks different on everybody because your undertones play a huge part in it. And it just kind of also depends how much you use and things like that. So I really do like this one a lot. I think it is great. Unfortunately, I don't think this is available anymore because Morphe repackaged their bronzers and I didn't see that they have this color. Oh, this is the shade Icon. So maybe they do still have it, but when I checked, I couldn't find it. You know, this is about $20, which is a little expensive for Morphe, but I actually think this is very similar to a more high-end one that I will be talking about soon. All right, number 3. This is one of the Marc Jacobs ones. This is the one in Tantric, and this one is a bit darker and a bit more neutral than the other one that I will be showing. I've hit pan, I've clearly used this one a lot. This is probably one of my darker bronzers, so I have to be light-handed with it, but it is so gorgeous. This is one, if I want a more intense bronzy look, this is the one that I will go for because again, it's not really showing up. It's so hard to tell with bronzer. Like, it doesn't look that much darker than this e.l.f. one, but on my skin tone, it pulls a lot darker than some of my other ones do. But the Marc Jacobs, you know, they do blend like a dream. They are beautiful. Obviously, I've used this a lot. This is a lot of money. It's $50. So, you know, but I feel like I've gotten my money's worth out of it, but you know, the e.l.f. and the ColourPop are really great too, so I don't know that this is necessary, but I do enjoy it a lot. Okay, number 2, the Butter Bronzer. I really do enjoy this one a lot, and I have finished 2 of these before. This is my 3rd one. This is the original shade in bronzer, but they have expanded the range. I think they have 4 or 5 other colors, and I don't know if you can tell, this has a slight sheen to it, and I think that's why out of all my bronzers, it looks the most natural and not muddy, not choppy. It just looks really, really nice. And smells amazing too. Smells like, you know, coconuts and the beach. But yeah, this is one of my lightest bronzers. I think this is actually the lightest one in my collection. So it is definitely subtle, but it is so soft and buttery, like the name says. You know, I really do enjoy this and I am happy that I repurchased it. You know, even though I didn't need it, I have lots of other bronzers, but this one is so nice. All right, number one, you probably could have guessed it, the Marc Jacobs. I ranked this at number one last time too. I mean, part of it is, you know, this was expensive, so I do try to use it a lot because it was very, very expensive. And this is lighter and more warm toned than this other Marc Jacobs one. Again, it's hard to tell, you know, on camera with bronzer, but this one does pull lighter, even though I don't know that it actually looks lighter on camera, but it is. And this is more neutral and this is more warm. But again, bronzer looks different on everybody because of your natural undertones, but I use this one quite a bit. I really do like it. It's quite pigmented, so you do have to go with a light hand, but it's not crazy level pigmented. I don't know, it just blends nicely and it works well with my skin tone. And yeah, this is definitely my number one, but I really do love all of these as well. I've been playing around with my makeup collection a lot lately, and you know, I probably only need like 3 bronzers because I do like to have maybe one that's a bit darker, one that's a bit more cool tone, bit more warm. But yeah, I actually do think all of these are great. That MAC one, again, I never reached for it, which I should because I do like the contour. I do also have a cream contour stick, but I did not include that in this video. So yeah, that is it. Please let us know your favorite bronzer. I'm very, very curious. That is it, and thank you so much for watching.